getting the new radio ready to install. Good Wednesday afternoon to you, YouTube. It's 2:02 now, and I think I did this last night before I went to bed. Just put it together pretty quick. Didn't take long. Just a few screws here and there, and that's about all it is. It's not really much to it. So it takes the place of the radio that's in there, and that's about all it does. It's hard to explain, but get my pointy stick. These tabs here bend back and they come against the plastic of it on this side and that side, and then I have the two on the side, each side like that. It's done, and I think there is one on the bottom. Yeah, you can see. Well, it's actually two. There's one there and one there. Does the same thing. So that's what holds the radio in, and then your little, like I said, your little bracket clips in on the side here, and so your radio is firmly in there, so it won't go anywhere. So that's that. So that was done pretty easily. Now the next part won't be so easily done, but it shouldn't be too difficult, and that is the wiring. And my soldering iron is heating up as we speak. So basically the wiring on this is that's the main one for the radio that came with the radio of the Blaupunkt, and these are the ones that come with the kit to adapt it to the Toyota wiring. And basically most of the wiring is on this main harness here. You have your front, the white ones and the gray ones are the front speakers, and the rest of it are power wires, and I'm not sure exactly what the blue and the orange are, but we'll figure that out. But and these are the rear speakers, I do believe, the green and the purple, and that's what that is for. And so you have all those colors here, so it's just a matter of mating them up together and putting some heat shrink across them, and we'll carry on. But I want to double check, but I think these are the rear speakers, pretty darn sure. And so, like I said, the white and the gray are on this one here. Like, yeah, I'm sure that'll work pretty good. But these are all pretty much standard, these wiring harnesses now these days. But like I said, that's just a matter of doing it. So let me get busy and do it, and I'll bring you back and show you what we have. Alright, it's 2:49 now in the afternoon, YouTube. I have some of these connected, obviously. I think I have all the ones for the front and the power. I think the only thing that's left is the back or the other connector. Oops, I don't know where that came from. The other connector, I'm pretty sure it's the back, but they're got 4 wires there to do, so everything else is done. Had one wire left over. This is don't know what that is. It's orange with a white stripe. You guys are not seeing it, but there it is. Orange with a white stripe, and I just put a piece of shrink tube over it. It still had the insulation on it, those pre-stripped or whatever they call them. But I went ahead and put that on there just for the heck of it, so it wouldn't get in the way of anything that way. So that's that. So like I say, I have 4 wires left, and I see 2. I'm sure the other ones are in there. Oh yeah, there's one right there, and the other purple one's right there. Okay, so they're all there. just a matter of putting some more heat shrink tubing on, and this one here, the first one I did, I know it was 3 times. Now, I don't know how I did it, but 3 times I messed up and connected the black wire to this one. I don't know if it just looked black in my eyes or what, but that's why it's so short. It's shorter than the rest, but like I said, it's still not bad. Anywho, that's what that is. So let me get done with this. I'm thinking I may actually get to put this in. I don't know. We'll see. But I know several people wanted to see it. I don't know, you may not want to see it after I do it. I've watched that video, I know, several times on how to get the whole one out, and it's really not that difficult, I don't think. So, you know, the hardest part I see about doing the whole thing is not losing the screws or nuts or whatever they are that hold the radio in. Every video I've seen says to be sure and just loosen them up and then use a magnet of some kind to finish the job, because they will fall down in there and you'll never see them again. So I don't want that to happen, obviously. So, and they are 10 millimeter, I believe, is what the size is. So I've got nut drivers to do that with, so we'll have to see how that works and go from there. So, all right. Gonna finish this up and I'll bring you back. Oh, I'm back once more. It's 3:11 now in the afternoon. You can see I have the wiring harness plugged into the back of the radio, and if we follow it down here, we see it ends up in both the Toyota connectors, and I think that's a pretty good job. Now this one, this orange one I told you about, I capped it off here and also put a shrink wrap around it to keep it out of the way, because I don't know where it goes or where it went or anything like that. So in case I need it, it's there, but I don't think I do, because this is pretty much, you know, self-explanatory. If there's a wire that matches it on the wiring harness, well, you know, that's where you put it. But if there's no wire that matches it, you just kind of wing it, and that's what I'm doing, is winging it. So now this is kind of interesting back here. If you look back at the radio there, it says USB 3, I think. Not really sure if that's a USB 3 interface or what, but it does have RCAs in the back and inputs for, you know, just different things. So we won't be using those, but unless I happen to get an amp one day, which I doubt. Like I said, I'm pretty much mellowed out on music as far as having the loud stuff. I mean, I like it once in a while, but you know, for just listening, going down the road, this will do fine. And like I said, there's what it looks like again. And I think it's gonna be all right. Now it's supposed to, and I don't know how much it's supposed to, but there is a chance of rain, and I think it's supposed to have a better chance tomorrow raining. So, and like I said, I'm not gonna be here anyway. But also, I I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but I did find out what the deal is with this remote. There's a plastic insert in there you pull out. And once you do that, the battery's connected in, so I'm not worried about that. I have got in the mail yesterday a remote for my car. Now this is the one that opens the doors, locks it, trunk, things like that. And I have to, I'm going to flash up the instructions on how to program this thing. So this is not going to be an easy task for me anyway. It may be for somebody else, but not for me. So you can see there by the instructions, they are quite complicated. Now, you know, after you read them a few times, it doesn't seem so bad. You think, well, you know, there's like 3 or 4 sections there you have to do in a certain amount of time, which is not too bad. Now the first one I think is 5 seconds. That's kind of bad, but you know, that's easy enough to do, I think. Well, you have to pull the key out a couple times, so you know that should be possible, and we can do that, I think. But I want to do that one these days. Now it's I'm not complaining. Don't get me wrong, but it's north of 70. I think it's north of 75 degrees out there, and north, south of, maybe, I don't know, south of 475. But anyway, it's higher than 75 out there. Let me check real quick. And I'm not saying that's hot by any standards at all, but you know, maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know. I can't get to my Sometimes this phone bugs the heck out of me. Oh, well, there you go. There's north of of 75. That's 80. So it is 80 degrees outside now. And like I said, now with the windows down, probably wouldn't be too bad out there doing this. But, you know, I don't know. I'm a little hesitant on doing stuff like this. Anytime you have to tear your car apart, even though I know, you know, from the videos that it just snaps apart, there's always a chance you're going to break something. And I don't like breaking things. I mean, the car is not new, obviously, but it's new to me. And I like to keep it as nice as I can, as long as I can. So, you know, that's what I'm looking at. I'm going to do this. I may send a picture or two to my grandson and ask him what he's doing. He's an aficionado of car radios and putting them in and out and things like that. So, you know, he might be willing to lend a hand, as it were. So, like I said, he did the one in his truck and one in his Bronco, or not Bronco, what Escape he used to have. So, anyway, that's a look at that. And like I said, we're going to get something done, even if it's wrong. You guys have a pleasant day. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. And we will see you.